Hey, fourth and fifth graders, it's Miss Miller. Thanks for coming back for some more butterfly rhythms. And last week we did our whole note, or I'm sorry, our whole rest here. And by itself, it looks pretty innocent and simple, but when you put it in with some other music, that's when it makes more sense and really does its job. So we're still gonna go over it, even though it is our first card. And a whole rest, remember, gets 4 counts of quiet. So I'm going to put the R for rest. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and it gets all of it, right? So when we clap it, or actually when we're not going to clap it, you're going to show me rest for 4 counts, right? Let's do it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Seems simple. Later on, it might get a little trickier when it's in between other notes. So we're going to move on to the next one, which we also had last week for the first time. And we have a dotted quarter note for the first time. So that is a little trickier. So what a dot does, remember, let's start with a dotted half note. That one's a little simpler to talk about. A dotted half note gets 2, or a half note gets 2 counts by itself. What the dot does is it chops that note in half, which gives you 1, and then it adds those back together and turns it into a 3 count note, okay? Now, this one's a little trickier because it's smaller. So a quarter note gets 1 by itself. What's half of 1? Half. And when we put those together, you get 1.5. So this note, is really worth 1.5 counts. And that can be a little tricky. It's actually easier for me to rely on the numbers when we do this one. Hopefully it's easier for you. So here's what I mean. I'm going to put count number 1 right there. And then in parentheses, it gets the and the 2. Okay, I know that seems a little tricky right now, but it will help us when we're doing our clapping of the whole card. So this first note gets 1 and 2. Then this is another 8th note. That's what an 8th note looks like by itself, right? We usually see them when they're barred together. So an 8th note by itself gets half of a count, okay? So the half that's left over is the and that belongs to 2, okay? Don't let me get you too confused there. It'll make sense in just a minute. Remember, our cards only go up to the count of 4, so I need to finish this measure off. And these are these are quarter notes, and they each get 1 count, okay? So that means this one's sitting in spot 3, and this one's sitting in spot 4. So what we have here now is 1 and 2 and 3, 4, except this has to be a little quieter, right? We're really stretching that note out. When we clap, we can't do that. If we were to play a clarinet, a saxophone, the piano, then we would be able to hold that note out a little bit, but our clapping hands can't. So here's what it would sound like. I'm going to clap first. If you're ready to clap with me, then go ahead and clap it. If you're not and you need to hear it, that's okay too. So here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Right? Did you see what I did there? Let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. I'm going to point this time too. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Good. I hope you got that one. A little tricky now, right? You're getting some big stuff. So we're going to keep going with that same kind of pattern. And all we're doing is changing the end, okay? The beginning is the same as the other card that we just did. This part is where it's different. And does this look familiar? That's our cha-cha-cha sound, okay? So let's figure out the notes that we need to write, or the numbers. We still have count 1 there. And in parentheses, we have and 2, okay? Just like before. Then this 8th note gets the and from 2. And now we have to spread the 3 and 4 out over here. Our 4 still fits at the end. So now really what we have to worry about is what to do with 3, okay? Our 3 goes at the beginning, and then we need another and. Remember, any note that's sharing like this, we're going to need some ands because they share. So this one now says 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? Here's what it'll sound like on my hands. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Wow. I'm going to point. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, let's do that one more time. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. I hope you're getting that. I know it's really tricky to get these dotted notes and even single eighth notes are a little tricky. What I'd like us to try right now, I think I'm going to skip that one for right now. You wouldn't be able to see all of it on our card. Okay, I'm going to really challenge you. Are you ready for a big challenge? Oops, I got to scooch this over a little bit even. Let's try that. We're going to try all of it. Okay, that's a lot to look at, right? So let's give it a try. I'm going to just say it first. Okay, if you're ready to clap, go ahead. But if you want to just hear the numbers, let's do that. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Wow. All right, let's try it. 1, 2, all of it, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh my goodness, that's a lot, and this looks like a lot too. So I hope you got some of it. If not all of it, that would be great. So this is what we're getting into for our butterfly, and I hope you're doing a great job and keep making music. Bye guys.